picked up that some of you speak French already. And so we're all going to be organizing some French classes for you on a Thursday afternoon. And what we'll have to do first is to split you into different groups of different levels. So you'll be having a placement test that we will organize for you. And you'll be split into groups according to your level. So Martina Clouseau, who is the coordinator, the program manager for French classes, is not able to be with us this afternoon. And she will be the coordinator who will work alongside your teachers, your French teachers, and myself. I'm based in the Sebastopol building, which is the other side of the square here. And I'm sure the international team can give you my email address and also Martina's email address. If you have any questions about your French classes, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Okay. Bonne rentrée.
Merci beaucoup. Tu dis un petit mot? Et puis comme ça,
je suis en train de voir qu'on a laissé septembre 2019. Ouais. So, hello everybody. It's a pleasure for us, of course, to see you today, to see some students in our school, because there is 6 months that we have not students in the school. Of course, we prepare for you some information about the program in general. Of course, I think we talk about that in the PowerPoint, but if you have any question, first thing you have to know, first floor, office 100, front office. For any question, never hesitate to go in this office, okay? During the first week, the second, and all the year. It's true that for you, everything is new, so do not hesitate, okay? And welcome together.
So, the program Grande École, as you know, is belongs to the prestigious master in France. It's if you look at the French market and not the international market, a master Grande École is, I will say, one of the top highest degree you can have, and it's very prestigious for the French companies. And on the international market, people and companies, they know the high selection process of the program Grande École, and the same, the students, alumni, they have very nice career. So I suggest that we start. OK? Comment on fait? On va faire peut-être son micro, non? Est-ce que vous, do you hear us without, no. For the, okay, sorry. Okay. On peut pas avoir de micro? D'accord. Okay. So you stop me. The courses start on Thursday. First point, very important for you. I don't know if all of you have been assigned to an English section or some of you have decided to follow the French track. How many French track? Okay, half. In the room, we have half students in the French track. What you really need to remind is all communication from the school will go through the TBS email address. We will never, ever write to you through Gmail or Orange or whatever, okay? It's an obligation, question of security also. So just check your email box, your spam as well, because all the important information will be through TBS email address. You will also receive a handbook with all information about the program. You can download this handbook on Campus. Voilà. So Campus is the TBS internal platform. You will find on campus all the PowerPoint of your professors, the document you have to read, the list of the reading book, everything, every relation between the faculty and the students go through campus, okay? If you have any question, as our director said, you have to go on the first floor and you can see Mrs. Pinto or Mrs. Otuli or anyone at the front desk. And people are able to speak in French, of course, we are in France, but in English as well. We work on the bilingual basis all the time. Alors, if you are in the French track, it's true that les informations seront souvent envoyées en français. D'accord? Il n'y aura pas obligatoirement une traduction en anglais, puisque ça veut dire qu'on n'a que des étudiants qui sont et qui suivent les cours de français. If you are in the English track, of course, you will have all information, all email entirely written in English. Okay? And sometimes, if it's a global information, it will be both in English and in French. Okay? For the curriculum.
Yes. So like we say, we start next Tuesday, 10. And during the first semester, this is all the courses that you have to follow. If you want, you can take some picture like you do now, but of course, we send you this presentation after, of course, okay? So from the middle of September to the middle of November, you will follow this subject, which is for us core courses, okay? So all of you are going to follow these courses, around 160 hours of courses. At the end of the semester, from middle November to middle December, you have to choose one subject for 60 hours in these courses. Globally, is all the core courses. You have to choose one of courses you will do more, you want to do more on this subject, okay? I think we have a presentation of all these courses. I think it's 25 of September, English presentation on all these courses. And after, at the beginning of October, you have to choose the subject you want to follow, okay? Hello. So it's what I said, the beginning of core courses, the end, and after you have also December, the second semester, okay. Information which are important for you, of course, to validate the semester, the first and the second. Like you can see, you have an overall average of at least 10 to 20 for all subjects, all courses, and of course, all the semester. Okay, if you do that, you validate your first and your second semester. Like, yes?
So in fact, in France, the grades go from 0 up to 20, okay? 20 is the excellent grade, very difficult to obtain, of course, only for faculty in general. And the average is 10 up to 20. It's very, very important because the ECTS credits are linked to the grade. So if you don't succeed, if you don't have the minimum average, in this case, you will not get the ECTS credits.
The two last information on this PowerPoint are very important. First, like you can see, academic result of first semester from Master 1 determinate the choice of MSc in Master 2, okay? And also, if some of you want to go abroad for a semester or for a dual degree, it's also the same academic result that we take for attribute each place for each student, okay? Very important. So you have to work well from the 10th September to the end of December. Very important, okay?
You will have, during the academic year, you will have different presentation of the exchange program. So you join TBS, but at the same time, you can decide to study abroad, and you will have later in the following weeks information about the partner universities where you can study and the list of the dual degree. Okay. Degree awarding conditions. So the same, always the same story, obtain an average of 10 up to 20 Master 1 and Master 2. You have to validate all core modules, so the management disciplines with a minimum grade of 10 up to 20. So it's very demanding. Sometimes we cannot imagine, but to be sure to validate all the disciplines, all the modules, it's not so easy. Okay, so you have to really invest in your studies. Then you have also the TOEIC test. The TOEIC test is very important for any companies if you want to work in France or in Europe. And it's true that the test is organized by the school and paid by the school. So even if you are an English native speaker person, the TOEIC test is not only based on languages, it's other skills and competencies who are assessed. You have to validate
yes. It's a global condition, but of course for the international students, the international semester abroad is not necessary, of course, but it's some of the global condition for all the students. But of course for you, it's not necessary because you came from abroad in general, okay?
It's an option, it's optional. It's not compulsory, but for a French student, it is compulsory because they have to live a foreign an experience abroad. They have to live an international experience. It's really important. And you coming to France, you live this international experience. Being with French, believe me, it's an international experience. So, what?
No, 8 and 50. 850.
What?
For all the students.
Okay, so the question was about the minimum points required for the TOEIC. I speak for the Zoom colleagues. And the rule is you have to obtain 850. In fact, we have, they renew also the regulation of the degree every year. Mm-hmm.
The score.
What?
Yes. When did you have it?
2 winter.
2 months. Okay.
What?
Yes. Okay. Okay. You have to do that. Just to do that.
So if some of you have already the TOEIC score more than 850, you can give to the academic office. What you have to do also is to carry out a mandatory internship. So this is extremely important. You cannot obtain a French degree without an internship, and the minimum is 6 months. You can make your internship anywhere in the world, and Kelly will give you more information about this. And you have to write a professional
thesis at the end of MSc, of course. It's one of global condition for all students. You have to write a master thesis at the end of MSc in Master 2. Okay. Any question? Okay. After, perhaps we have not, it's not necessary to read all this information, but we gave you all in September, all the event in the school, which are important for you. Okay, presentation, examination, holiday, forum, everything like this. Okay. Of course, each time we have something important for you, we send you an email for each subject. But for the beginning of the year, we think it's important for you to have an overview about everything. Okay?
So for instance, because you will see, your academic year will be divided between semester 1 and semester 2. Semester 1, you have a very clear curriculum and you have to follow it. And semester 2, you have to make choices. So you will receive information and then in order to make your choice. Okay. And another important information, Kelly will discuss about it. You have the auditing, consulting, and banking forum. This means that we will welcome professional and institutions in banking, consulting, and auditing, and they will come present their job and so on. Yes, because of COVID, you know, we have to change the schedule. So check every week, check your agenda, your schedule, check all information every week. Because, well, for sure, the organization may be moving because of all difficulties. So you have also a very famous conference called ANED. It's a conference on the sustainable development. The same, we will send you a video in English and also a video in French. Miriam will do it during the week about this event. It's we welcome a lot of people. It's a very important day in the school because TBS has always been the institution who organized the national conference in sustainable development. And you have, of course, holidays. You can travel and visit different areas in France, see Christmas market in Strasbourg, for instance, the best city for Christmas market. And then you have exam and information about TOEIC.
One of them, a little information which is important, is this one, of course. For all examination, you can only use one model of calculator, which is this one, okay? All the students in the school, 2,500 students, have to use this model and only this one. Yes? Yes, it is. Okay, it's easy to find in Toulouse if you don't have it, okay?
So you cannot have a computer with all information which make all calculation nothing. You have to make it by yourself. Okay. Alors, important dates.
Yes, it's the same. Another important date for the second semester.
Right. Okay. So you have important date for second semester. And the one you have to really remind is March, because in March you will decide the future of your Master 2. Okay, you have seen in the brochure, and that's why you have chosen TBS, is that we have a large offer of specialization in the second year of your master. And then you have to decide which specialization you would like to make. And how is the selection?
On academic, semester 1, master 1, like I say before, okay? If we have to choose some student, because we have around 35 or 36 different MSc, So in general, we have not to select the student, but if we have to do that, we take the first semester or Master 1, your academic result for the selection, okay? Yes. Oui, ce matin, on leur a rien dit là-dessus, du coup? Non. Okay. Now, quickly, like we say, you know now the first semester, core courses, and at the end of the semester, you have to choose 60 hours, like I say. But like Florence said before, I think I have to stay there. The second semester, you have different choice. Okay? You can stay in Toulouse, of course, if you want. And in Toulouse, you have to choose 6 different courses for all the semester. We have 6 periods of 2 weeks. And each period, we have around 8 or 10 courses different. And each student have to choose 1 courses. So during the semester, you choose 6 courses, okay? In Toulouse, if you stay in Toulouse, you have to do that. After, you have another possibility to go abroad in Barcelona on our campus or in Casablanca. I think we have another information. If you go in Barcelona, you have not to choose some courses like in Toulouse. For all the semester, you follow one of these 3 content. In Barcelona, you can have big data in the digital society, digital transformation, and international business in Latin America. Each semester, it's around 200 hours, and you have to choose one of them. And in Casablanca, you have another subject, which is doing business in Africa and Middle East, okay? Of course, you will have some presentation, and you will have some syllabi for each subject, for all the courses in Toulouse and for this 4th semester in Barcelona and in Casablanca during September, because you have to choose at the beginning of October what you want to do in January.
Pour ceux qui sont dans la French track, si vous voulez avoir des cours en français, c'est pas possible à Barcelone et à Casablanca, parce que Casablanca, quelques cours en français. OK.
Mais effectivement, Barcelone, c'est 100%.
Voilà. Barcelona campus, 100% courses taught in English. Okay, nothing in Spanish, nothing in French, only in English. So if you're in Casablanca, you will have some courses in English and some courses in French. So if you want to maintain management courses in French, the best is to stay in Toulouse or choose Casablanca if you want to open your career on the African continent.
Okay, I think we have another, sorry. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. It's not because you follow English track on the first semester that it's an obligation to follow the same to the second, of course. But also you have to know that for the second semester in Toulouse, there is some French courses, but a lot of them are also in English, okay? So perhaps before to arrive in Toulouse, you doesn't know that, but you have to know that for all of you, if you want, it's possible to do an optional year between your Master 1 and your Master 2, okay? Most of you doesn't do that, but it's possible, okay? And if you decide to do this optional year for internship in general, you have to know also that you can do different choices, because you can do only the first semester of Master 1 now, from September to December, to take the optional year from January 2021 from December 2021, And after you finish your Master 1, before to do your MSc the year after, okay? And if you want, you can do the same thing, but with different calendar, okay? Another thing which is important for you, if you want to go in partner university, abroad, it's an obligation to choose this scenario, okay? Because it's only possible for you to go in a semester abroad on January 2022. Okay.
Right. So, in fact, it's you have a lot of flexibility in this program. So you need to think, and regarding the situation of COVID, I think it's very important to take it into account for the organization of your studies. And when we talk about the internship, if you do it in France, there is a national regulation, and you cannot make an internship of 1 year. The limit for a company, and its national law, is 6 months. Okay, so students can make a gap year between Master 1 and Master 2, and in this case, you will have to make 2 internships, or you opt for the gap year between your between the 2 semesters, semester 1 and semester 2 of the Master 1. Okay, I hope it's clear.
I repeat, it's not an obligation, but like I'm sure around you, all the students will talk about that, because you have to know that around 90% of French students choose to do an optional year, okay? So it's necessary that you know that, and that you know also it's possible for you to do that if you want, but of course you can do Master 1, Master 2, only in 2 years, okay? So, and after the optional year, of course, it's the same, Master 2 with MSc and the final internship. Any question about that? Do not hesitate. No? Yes? Yes, you can do that if you want. Of course, I think you have to choose the second scenario. Sorry. No, c'est là. No, c'était pour revenir en arrière. I think you have to choose this second scenario only if you want to do a semester abroad in a university, okay? If you want to do an optional year without this semester abroad, it's more easier for you to do the first scenario because you have less time to find an internship, okay? With COVID, I think it's more complicated to find an internship in January 21 than in June, okay? So I think that if you are interested by optional year and not by semester abroad, the first scenario is better for you, okay?
Well, it's true. Wait.
Oui. Ça n'enlève pas le fait qu'on doit faire le stage de fin d'études. Mais par contre, dans les faits, on n'est pas obligé de faire 2, 3, 6 mois de stage pendant l'année optionnelle. S'ils peuvent, il y a des étudiants qui n'en font pas.
Et après, mais c'est pour la fin de Master 1, en fait, il y a un stage de 3 mois.
3 mois obligatoire.
Voilà.
Ça, c'est obligatoire.
Si on ne fait pas d'année optionnelle. Si on ne fait pas l'année optionnelle, le stage est obligatoire de 3 mois.
So I repeat in English for the others. So she plays the role of being a student. And Eugene, if you need to speak in Chinese, in Mandarin, please, you can do it after the session. What they say, if you decide to do your Master 1 and then go directly to the MSc program, in this case, you study first semester in Toulouse. Second, you have the option if you want to stay in Toulouse or go to Barcelona or Casablanca. And then you have to make the internship 3 months. Okay? You finish your internship and you start the MSc in the second year. And then at the end of the MSc, you have to make 6 month internship. Okay? We have some students who decide to do the optional year. All of them, they make an internship of 6 months, and then sometimes they have an international mission, or they do a second internship. They can do it one in France, the second one in Germany, for instance. Everything is possible. So you have a lot of freedom, but at the same time, you have to obtain the internship. So Kelly will explain later. Okay.
We have a question on Zoom. We have a question on Zoom about the two different options.
Okay.
So someone is asking, is it only possible to make a semester at a Barton University on scenario 2? Or is it also possible to study abroad after the gap year in scenario 1?
En fait, c'est le stage ici.
Le stage ici.
Le séjour en université étrangère ici.
C'est pareil que ça?
Oui.
Okay. If the question is, can I do that, it's a 2 semester of Master 1, only 1 internship, and after a semester abroad, it's not possible, if it's a question, you know?
Yeah.
Okay? And also, if you want, you can go abroad for a dual degree in Master 2.
Right.
Of course, we do not talk about that. We only talk about semester abroad.
Right.
But for someone new who are interested by partner university, not in semester, it's possible in Master 2 for a dual degree, of course. We have 22 partners, I think,
Yes, we
with
have.
a lot of possibilities.
You can decide to study your Master 1 in France, and then your Master 2, so make the optional year. And after your optional year, go in Nottingham Trent University and obtain a Master of Science in UK, or a Master of Science in Germany, or an MBA at Georgia State University in United States. When you choose the dual degree, you don't have to pay the tuition fees to the partner university. You pay to TBS, and that's it. Okay? And then you go abroad and you can get the degree from Los Andes, from many partner university. Oui? Alors, it depends on the dual degree. If, for instance, for an MBA in United States, yes, it's compulsory because they require professional experience. And if you don't have this professional experience, if you have already, in this case, we can check. But normally, you have to make the optional year. But we can see, and with our partner,
Yes. And the second question, it's also that if you want to do a dual degree without an optional year, the selection starts in January, which is very quick. So perhaps you need more time to prepare it. It's one of the other possibility, okay?
But if you have the professional experience for the MBA, and you can apply, and if you have the GMAT, in this case, you just pay the tuition fees and you can go to Atlanta and obtain your MBA. This is possible, yes. We have also a dual degree with Canada, but each university has its own requirement. So you have to check on campus, you know, the TBS platform. You have all the information about the dual degree. And like this, you can check before if you will meet the requirements of the university or not. And you avoid to be disappointed. Huh? Okay, Kelly? for le stage. Other questions for?
Perhaps one.
Yes.
In advance, in advance. Yes, yes. First, because it's also important for us to know what you want to do in January 2021, of course, for the second semester, and also for the optional year. Okay. We can manage some exception, of course. I would like to, normally never. When it's possible, we always do the best for the student, if it's possible for us. Okay, so it's why I can't, for me, it's impossible to say on 15th of June, it's finished. Because if the student find an internship the 17th, and which this internship is very interesting, we can say, no, it's not possible in general. But of course, many times we have some deadline and we are going to manage that, okay? I also want to present you Julio Suarez, which is assistant of all the Master 1, of courses of Master 1, and we want, yeah.
So hello everyone, how are you? I hope everything's going fine in your integration to TBS, so welcome. I work as an academic assistant for the Master 1 year, so I'm gonna be helping on the 3rd floor, office 312, okay? You can find me there. I'm in charge in organizing the different courses and putting together all the schedule. So if you have any questions regarding how your courses are going, in which group you are, you can ask me, okay? If you have any questions regarding the academic material, there is on campus, which is the academic platform that we use at TBS. I will be very, very pleased to help you. And well, of course, if you have any questions about Toulouse, about everything in general, I can help you, and I hope that you have an excellent, excellent year.
And Julio was an intern in our department, and now I said Julio was made an internship in our department in the International Relations Office, and now he's a staff member of TBS. Voilà. So like you, he was, you can say, where do you come from?
I come from Venezuela. So I've been living in France for 2 years, and well, I just landed in Toulouse like 9 months ago. So I'm quite new to the Toulousan landscape, but a great pleasure to help you and to meet you.
Okay. Basically.
Yes, so welcome everybody. And a big welcome from the corporate relations team. So there are 2 names that I first want to present to you. One is Paul Loriac. He is the Development Partnerships and Corporate Service Director. So that's a key name. And we have Maureen Parmentier. She's the head of entrepreneurship and also the career service that I'm today gonna explain to you. Yeah, so my name is Kelly Lena. I am part of the career service team. I'm the International Career Advisor. So today I'm gonna present to you Career Starter, but also Business Starter. Those are 2 services totally dedicated for you in order to help you find your internship or job. Okay, shortly about Career Starter, and then I have a video that tells more than just my words. So what we do is, what I said, we help you to find this internship that you need to do. Yeah, so we help you transit also from a student into the professional world. And all the actions that go along it, we support you in that. As we said, there will be forums, so you will have meetings with companies. And not only those job fairs, but also we have meetups every week or every once per 2 weeks, where you have the ability to meet companies. Yeah, so it's very good for your orientation, but also to already show yourself to the companies. So we have now a video. I hope it works. Otherwise, I have to talk more. You need to click on that. That's my fault that it takes a bit longer. I should have said I had videos in the PowerPoint. Sorry for that.
Yeah, just so you know, I'm just gonna check the settings because I want Zoom students to be able to hear what we're gonna hear on the Zoom link, basically.
Career Starter offers genuine support. Toulouse Business School's Career Starter is all about optimizing our students' employability. The secret of the Career Starter? A personalized assessment of your career aims. First of all, personal development. This will teach you to know yourself better and help you assess your own abilities. Then professional development. Identify your technical strengths and optimize your job-seeking efforts. All this is carefully designed to help you become familiar with the world of business, guide you to make the right choices for your personal development, and give you the necessary hard and soft skills to become successful executives. So, how does the Career Starter work? The Career Starter Rocket has 3 stages for launching your chosen career. Preparation. Intensive and customized. Information. Collective and participative. Practical measures. A real toolbox. All our efforts are designed to ease you successfully into active employment, but we can't do this without you. Your commitment and your energy will make the difference.
Yeah, so that tells a bit more about Career Starter. But as they say in the video, there are basically some steps that you need to take. So the first step is actually to reflect on your skills, your qualities. So it's a personal assessment. And of course, you have to network with companies, and we're going to help you with that, of course, as I said, with those meetups, with job fairs, and we will present to you all the resources that we have. There are also workshops and individual coaching for you that you can sign up for. Yeah, there are some mandatory coaching, but there is also optional coaching for you in order to get help. Yeah, so here are some numbers, some data on what we organize. So there are 3 job fairs organized by TBS throughout the year. And as I said, we have those meet up with companies starting from October. Yeah, you will receive always an email about those events, about the exact dates. We have many, many offers from partner companies that you can find on JobSeeker. I'm going to show you later how to access JobSeeker. And then we have around 50 workshops organized throughout the whole school year. And there is half an hour of mandatory coaching session about your soft skills. Now you will hear about that when it is, of course, during that time. Yeah. So we collected videos from international students, especially for you. And so they already had the same path as you. This one was also in the Master in Management program. And she talks about her success and also her struggles in finding an internship. And she found one in Airbus.
Hi, I'm Satyana Putri. I'm a double degree student from University. Hi, I'm Satyana Putri.
She's from Indonesia.
degree student from Universitas Gadjah Mada, Indonesia. Last year, I took Master 2 in Aerospace Management. Currently, I'm doing my internship as Marketing and Communication Leader in System Propulsion at Airbus. Kelly's Sutter really helped me from the beginning of my journey in finding the perfect internship. With Kelly's help and support, I could improve my CV and also my motivational letter, which is very needed in my applications. I also took a workshop sessions to practice my interview because I faced the real interview. As an international student, you might find it difficult to find internship positions, or you might find some rejection. My advice is that you should use your international experience as an advantage, which makes you stand out and be aware of what you're good at. To find an easy positions, you will find easily through LinkedIn or directly in the company's career page. Remember, great things never come from comfort zone. Good luck!
Yeah, so she was successful in the end, but it doesn't go without struggle. So as she said, really start on time, yeah, and get the help that is out there, because we have a lot for you. So don't hesitate to contact us. Yeah, we have one more video, sorry. Well, actually many more, but she is also an international student from Italy. Yeah, she did the MSc in Paris.
Hello everyone, my name is Chiara. I'm from Italy, and last year I was enrolled in the International Strategic Business Program. When I arrived in Toulouse Business School, I had no previous work experience, and this was the biggest challenge I faced while finding my internship. Career Starter was a great help. I was pushed to work on myself, to discover myself, what I was, what I wanted to be, and what I could offer professionally speaking. I learned how to leverage on and communicate those skills that I had, the one that I developed during my academic path, as well as the one that I developed while facing everyday challenges. I learned how to link my skills to the needs and culture of the company I was targeting. And this, for me, it's a key to succeed. While looking for my internship, I was using mainly two platforms, Job Teaser and LinkedIn. I used both of them to first of all get insight on the company I was interested in, and then I used LinkedIn to create my first professional network and get in touch with people who had the inspiring career path. And I used Job Teaser to apply to the position I was interested in. Now I work as a business analyst in Luxembourg, and I'm very happy with my job. My advice to the other international students is, first of all, take advantage of all the networking events to get in touch with people from the professional world and get an idea of what companies are looking for today and what kind of job can fit you or may fit you. And my second advice is to, before applying for any position, make sure you tailored your CV and cover letter for that specific position. And last but not least, invest a very good amount on the research of your internship, because remember that it's never too soon to start.
Well, some great advices from the international student. Yeah, so she talks also about CV, cover letter, and this is also what we offer to you. So if you want to get your CV checked, for example, or your cover letter, or you want to sit down together and to build it together, this is all possible. Yeah, so it's very important, as I said, to tailor it to each company, but we will tell more about that during the workshops we offer to you. Okay, they mentioned Job Teaser quite often, and I also mentioned it before. This is really the platform where everything is on, related to career advice, of course. So here you can find the events that we organize. Here you can make appointments with career coaches. Here you find all the offers that are out there for you. Yeah, so internships, but also jobs. So that's a good way to start with your internship search. There's also a lot of resources for you, documents with advices. Yeah, so Job Teaser, get that into your mind, because this is really the key platform that directs you to also other platforms that might be useful. Where to find it, because that's the first step, of course. So if you go on campus, you might have access already, right? Yeah. So you see a section which is called Career Starter, and you have to click directly on that. So directly on Career Starter, it will direct you to Job Teaser. There's one other thing that we offer that you can find in campus. That's the e-portfolio. So you have to click next to Career Starter on the white arrow. So this you have to keep in mind. There are two things. The white arrow, it unfolds with some options, and you have Career Starter directly to click on, goes to Job Teaser. The e-portfolio, here you find test. Yeah, so if you want to orientate and to reflect on your skills, your personality, your motivation, you can do here tests, and they are free, and you will get a report. So it's very useful for the first steps. You can actually already do it if you want. We have some Facebook groups that you can join. This one might be very interesting if you're looking for an English-speaking job in France. So for the ones that don't speak French very well, we discovered there's a big need for this. So we developed this Facebook group. Every time we see an English-speaking offer, we post it there. Yeah, so here you can keep track of it. This one is a bit bigger, TBS Live. So it has French-speaking offers, English-speaking offers in France, but also abroad. Yeah, so feel free to join those groups. This is an overview. So on the left side, you see Job Teaser and the Facebook groups. We also have partnerships with platforms that are international. Yeah, so if you're thinking about an internship abroad, you can use those platforms. It's free of use for you, as we have partnerships with them. And as I said, those partnerships are also to be found on Job Teaser. Yeah, everything is on Job Teaser. So you can book your appointment with a career coach on Job Teaser as well. So you will see appointments on the right side, and you can book according to your needs: CV, cover letter, recruitment interview, identifying your soft skills, or anything related in the search for an internship. And you can already start, so we would be very happy to see you already this month. So we have two coaches. One of them is me, and one of them is Nadia Legendre. So if you want a French CV, French cover letter, you will book an appointment with Nadia. If you want it in English, you book an appointment with me until October, because then I will be leaving. I'm originally from the Netherlands, and I will go back to my country. But there will be probably a very nice person, international person, yeah, that replaces me. There's one last video of a Chinese student that wants to say something to you.
Hello, fellow TBS students. My name is Zizi. Hello, fellow TBS students. My name is Zizi. I'm an international student majoring in luxury marketing and management. And today I'm going to give you a brief overview of how to find an internship here in France as an international student. I found my first internship at a luxury store in the Champs-Élysées, but later was unfortunately canceled due to the coronavirus, so I had to find another one. And later I was working for a fashion e-commerce website as my second internship. I applied on many job searching platforms such as Monster, Indeed, Paris Jobs, and Welcome to the Jungle, etc. My strategy was sending out my resume to legitimately every company that I laid my eyes on. And one day I just suddenly got a call saying that they want me to come for an interview. They tailored my resume, they practiced mock interviews with me several times. They have been of tremendous help. Big shout out to the Career Starter service. I sent out hundreds and hundreds of resumes. I've never been rejected so many times in my life. For me, I wanted to speak French, so I applied only to French companies. My difficulties at that time was my language level wasn't good enough, so I practiced day in and day out. First, don't ever get frustrated. Don't let frustration override your greater sense. You can do it if you really want to. So calm down if currently you're getting lots of rejection letters. It's more than normal. The second would be try to look for the jobs that requires you to speak your native language.
Yeah, so she talks about rejections that you might face. It's not easy to find an internship, especially if you don't speak French here in France. So as she said, she practiced day in, day out to be able to work for a French company, and it worked. Yeah, so I think if you practice enough, you will be able to do so. And I think, yeah, that's really something you have to keep in mind. If you want to work for a French company, you really have to start now, because this can be simply the fact that you get rejected. And that would be a shame if you have a lot of other skills. Yeah, so this was a bit about the advice and what we have for you in order to find an internship. We have the internship office, and if you have found your internship, you go to them. Yeah, so they are there for all the administration issues, but also if you face problems during the internship, you can contact them. You can pass by every day from the morning till lunch and after lunch. We are in the Sebastopol building, so that's across the plaza. Of course, with your mask, unfortunately. And this is the email address and the phone number. Yeah, so they will be very useful if you have any administrative questions, because you will need an internship agreement when you start your internship. Yeah, so this is very important. You cannot start your internship with this agreement. So you will always be in touch with the internship office. There's no way you won't have contact with them. Well, this is already explained with when you can start your internship at Citra. So if you do it in 2 years, you start after the second semester. And that's April, if I'm correct. Yeah, that is for most of you the case. Yeah, and otherwise you have this optional year, so you can either start in January or after the second semester. Next to Career Starter, we have Business Starter. The name, it says it already. So is there any of you that might have an idea to start their own business? No? Now or in the future? Well, if you have ideas in your mind, sometimes, I think we all do sometimes, to have creative ideas, and often we put them aside because we think it's not realistic or we cannot do it. If you have an idea and you actually want to start a business, they can help you. So there's 5 hours of coaching for you, and this is free, and it's for all of you. So if you have an idea and you want to sit down with somebody, an expert, to talk about, is this idea realistic? Which steps do I need to take? You can benefit from that. Yeah, so this is 5 hours for everybody. Then if your idea is well established and they say, okay, this is actually realistic, you can go to TB Seeds. You need to apply for that. And then you have 6 months of dedicated support to create your business. If you decide this and you're actually building your company, you can also do a business creation internship. Yeah, so this is mainly for if you choose this optional year. Yeah, this is a possibility then. Is this clear? Yeah. Well, we have one video of Business Starter. If it's not annoying, we can put it, but I think I said also everything. Oh, here's some numbers. So since 2012, there are quite some students involved, so over 1,000. There were 113 projects incubated, so that's the process where you get the dedicated support. 38 companies are created, 120 employments created, and 2 takeover companies. On average, the business survival rate is 70%. So that's quite okay. So this is the video. If we have time, I don't know. Yeah.
Ready to go? Feeling motivated? Want to become an entrepreneur? Yes? Then check out the TB Seeds Incubator. Whether you're a student at TBS or any other uni in Occitanie, TB Seeds is for you. But you've got to be ready for it. There's the selection bit. You need to have a business idea. A little seed we're going to support, nurture and grow, sometimes for a whole year. This is no place for slackers. Having an idea is good, but what you really want is someone to help you make it happen. We take a 100% pro approach to dialogue, coaching, and meeting local financiers. Sound intimidating? No? I'll tell you more then. TB Seeds coaches, experts, teaching staff and pros help you push yourself beyond your limits. They're here to help you give your startup some muscle and take it to the top. There will be challenges along the way. The competition is intense, but one thing's for sure, you've got what it takes. We are going to give you everything you need to succeed. Here are 3 past TB Seeds winners to prove it. Shannon Picardo created online education company School Move. Right now, he's sorting out the schedule for his many students aged 11 to 18. Julie Lele founded CatsPad, making her the queen of smart automatic cat feeders and water distributors. Sounds like success, right? Mathieu Kouakou and Clément Moulavé are the 2 superheroes behind Hopal's recycled clothing. They're having a super stylish impact on the planet. All 3 were supercharged at TB Seeds. So, who's going to be the next success story? Could it be you? TB Seeds had 10 champion entrepreneurs in 2019. They've all come out of the incubator with superpowers. But he's the boss at back.
Yeah, this is okay. You want to see it? No, I think this was the most important for you. And I hope you actually, after this this video, some people might think, maybe I want to create a business. But just to let you know, there is support for you if you have an idea. The last slide. So we are constantly working, TBS and the corporate relationships team, to improve the partnerships and to expand it. Here's an overview of some of our partnerships with big companies in France. Those are also the ones that come to the job fairs and that put offers on Job Teaser. Yeah, so we have close relationships. Sometimes there's a collaboration project inside your program with one of those companies. So this was it from my side, from the side of Career Starter, Business Starter, and the corporate relations team. Do you have any questions about this? No? Okay, so thank you. I hope to see you. I hope to see some of you before October, before I leave. And otherwise, my colleagues will welcome you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. So it's a big, long day with many speeches. I don't want to add something. Do you have any question? No, I think it's time to rest, to relax, to really think again about all this information and take time. But you know that here you have a team who really will support you and help you to succeed in your studies. first, and then in your objectives and career expectations. And we wish you all the best. Never forget that you have the international team for non-academic, for the life, if you feel homesick, and you have the support of professional for your studies. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you, everybody. We hope you will have beautiful 1, 2, or 3 years in TBS. And of course, we will see you many times, I think, during this year. Okay?
Okay, so today was a lot of information you had to soak in at one time, we know. Just know that us, International Student Services team, so me, Miriam, and Jessica, we're here to help you in everything. The only thing we cannot really help you with is everything regarding your academics. So classes, courses, programs, internships, years with partner university, this we're not in charge of. Basically, it means that if you have any other type of issue, you can come to us. Now, if you don't know who you should talk to about a certain issue regarding your classes, you can still come to us and ask, hey, I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to about this issue. Could you please advise me? We can always advise you, okay? Because we know who you should be talking about when it comes to internships, for example, okay? So today is over. I hope you had a great orientation. I hope you were able to chat with one another a little bit. I'm going to talk about Zoom students a little bit now, because Zoom students, you got a lot of information that was most of the time regarding students that are here today in Toulouse. Some of you have issues with coming in France because of your visa, because you cannot find an accommodation, or because of COVID. Well, we know that at some point you will arrive. We're expecting you to come, and we absolutely don't want you to be overwhelmed with the idea of coming in late. If you come in late, once you're here in Toulouse, all you have to do is tell us that you arrived. Once you've arrived, we'll tell the welcome team to have a chat with you. We'll put you into the buddy program so you can have a welcome team buddy to help you around Toulouse. And we'll also see if we can inject you in some activities and so on. If you have issues with French formalities as well, right now for students that are on campus, we're doing as ISS workshops for French formalities. If you arrive late and you miss the workshops, you can still send us an email and we'll help you with your French formalities. So that's very important to us, that you don't feel left out because you're coming in late. So I don't know if you had the chance, students who are here today, to have a look around the Las Cross campus. For those of you who didn't, then I'm going to show you around if you want to. I can show you what's around Las Cross, because Las Cross is the master's students' main campus. But we also have buildings around. So I don't know if the welcome team already showed you around. If they did not, then feel free to stay just a little bit longer so we can have a walk. Thank you so much for today. And again, if there's any issue, please contact us. I'm a graduated master's student in international communication, and I always like saying I really prefer when there's way too much communication than when there's no communication at all. So don't ever, ever, ever think, oh no, I'm not going to send them an email about this. I'm not going to ask them on Discord about this, because they must be fed up of hearing the same thing over and over again. I'd rather ask my friends. Maybe my friends know. I'd rather look on Google. Maybe Google knows. No, please send us an email. If we can help you, we'll help. Okay? Thank you so much for today. And goodbye to Zoom students who are still here. I'm going to close the Zoom now. And again, Zoom students, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.